Morning team, how are we? So it's the 1st of February. You know what that means? In around 20 days, the whole of the average CrossFit world, when I say average, the whole world is going to lose its shit because the CrossFit Open starts. And obviously, myself being a very accomplished athlete, I'm going to be able to give you some phenomenal tips on how to approach the Open if you've never done it before. It's going to be your first one. Whether you've done it a few times, whether you just enjoy it and you don't really know what it's all about, we'll cover it. But more importantly, we all have to say in the comments below or in our DMs on Instagram, TheLeanMachines official, send John and Rose as much love as you possibly can. Their beautiful baby girl Bobby was born literally 2 days ago, and it's amazing. She is absolutely beautiful. I haven't met her yet, obviously, because I'm just going to let them enjoy her and relax. I've been through a lot, so all is good. Mum as well. She's a little Trojan. Little baby Bobby is good. So it might be me for the next couple of weeks. John will be back as soon as he wants to be, I guess, after he's actually settled into a bit of a routine of daddy. So that's it. The lean extras have arrived. So make sure you send a massive congratulations. Now I'm getting to the gym because I've got some programming today, which is going to be pretty disgusting, but it may well help if you're doing open prep, and I'll give you a little bit of an insight as to what it is when we get there. Let's go. Oh, what's that? Yes, guys and girls, if you didn't know, TLM Radio is now available on iTunes as a podcast and on Spotify. This is going to be my road to the gym. I'm going to listen to my own voice, my own dulcet tones. So, if you haven't downloaded and subscribed to TLM Radio, please do. All the people who have been leaving requests and reviews and comments, thank you all so much. It helps us so much. It's something very new that we just wanted to have a long form conversation, because we know with videos it does get very boring very quickly, so we try to keep them down to a period of time, whereas on there we can really just open up and have a good old long form chat. So make sure you check out TLM Radio. It's either on iTunes at the moment and Spotify. Go and leave us a review, give it a massive 5 stars, and support it as much as you possibly can, as you always do. So, such a beautiful voice. Let's get to the gym. We've arrived at the gym, and it actually looks like there's open prep going on already. Boys throwing weight around. That's what I'm talking about. So today, I've got some map testing I've got to do. It looks absolutely amazing. So I've got 5 minutes at 85% effort, 10 thrusters at 35 kg, 10 box jumps at 24 inches, 5-minute rest, and then 10 kipping handstand push-ups, 15 kettlebell swings, 20 walking lunges, AMRAP, and then a 1k row and an AMRAP of double unders in 5 minutes. And then I got to repeat it all again. Yum. So still, every workout, today mate, the longest part of every single one of my workouts at the moment, it's warming up, mobilising my thoracic, loosen off my lats, because they're getting absolutely torched with this block of training. So around 40 minutes I reckon before I actually start this program, because obviously a lot of you know that my mobility is horrendous. One of my biggest limiting factors, one of the main reasons that if hopefully I end up injured, it will be because of something like that. So I'm working on it a lot right now. But let's have a quick talk. Part 1, when it comes to open prep, right? I was adamant for the first year when me and John first started CrossFit. We've been doing CrossFit for about 3 months when the Open came around. So I'm not doing it because I'm not going to be able to RX, I can't do muscle ups or some of the other sort of stuff like the butterfly chest to bars or butterfly pull-ups. I was like, there's no point. And I was adamant up until like 3 or 4 days before that I wasn't going to do it. Because what I realised, and one of the biggest reasons I still do the Open each year now, is it gives you 5 workouts. Obviously they're not the same workouts every year, but there's always going to be a gymnastics heavy one, there's going to be a conditioning, there's going to be a sprint, and then there's going to be a heavy workout, at least. Then there's just going to be an absolute separator that's going to kill the average mere mortals of us out there. And the good thing is I've now got 2 lots of information over the last 2 years that I can look at and refer to and go, yeah, apparently I'm still fucking weak. Because it's always the workouts that have got a heavy lift in, a heavy barbell, that I absolutely get blown away in. So if you're kind of thinking about it and you've not done it, I think the most important thing, first of all, is to think of it really selfishly. What do you want from it? Because that's also going to help you pick the actual class that you want to go into, because people have got such an ego about going RX. But trust me, it's going to be a lot worse for your head up here long term in terms of adherence and motivation. If you go RX and if you can't do double unders, if you can't do butterfly pull-ups, if you can't do muscle ups, that kind of stuff, handstand walks, I would suggest going scaled, because it's going to be a lot better for your head if you are able to get through all of the workouts and absolutely smash it at a really high level, than going in and trying to RX something and spending all your time getting really pissed off trying to do something that you can't do. Mentally, it's going to be quite draining. So that's the first point, I think. Running clock, first part, 10 thrusters at 35, 10 box jumps, AMRAP for 5 minutes. Let's go.
Yeah, that's not what you do with the pilot chase.
Tutorial, first one done. 5-minute break now. 4 rounds plus 7 thrusters. Not too bad. Quads blue.
Oh yeah. No one's going to slap me in the face. That'd be worse. You'd snub me. Take this off.
That one was rough. Managed only 2 rounds plus 2 handstand push-ups. Now it's getting hard. That was minging. 339 double unders. Plus 92. Right, that little beauty has absolutely ended me, so we're going to head to a coffee shop. I've got a load of online client stuff to do, and we're going to have a little bit of chat about some of the tactics and how to prepare now, training wise, engine wise, for the impending open. Let's see if Daddy picks up.
This is the Vodafone voicemail.
Hello, Daddy.
Hello, mate. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Yeah, good. Just been saying he's picking up some extra little bits and bobs, but nothing too crazy.
Okay. Slight change of plan. I went to the coffee shop, as I said I was going to, but I saw a friend that I haven't seen for a long while, so I ended up basically just having it as a bit of a social. We enjoyed a coffee and a very warm, sumptuous sausage roll, which was phenomenal. So now I've actually come home to do my work, which I was supposed to do in there. But I've also, after speaking to John, I think we might actually go around and meet little Bobby later on. So I'm going to go and see how Carly's doing with little Jax and see if we can make that happen today, which will be very exciting. So we're home. Hello, Stephen. How you doing? Cool story, bro. And this one, look at her. Such a little cherub. She's asleep. She's just been fed by Carly, so she's doing her thing. So I am going to, oh god, that's dark. I am going to get not a coffee because I've literally just had one. Get my laptop out and program my online clients, because in this enroll in February it's been phenomenal. We obviously had some international clients anyway, but now it's like New Zealand, Australia, both East and West Australia, because Australia is so big I have to say East and West Coast purely because of it's like a 4-hour flight between them, so it's technically like a different country. And then we've got American clients as well coming in, so it's like all these time zones and everything like that that you have to contend with, which is amazing. All of them are bossing it alongside all of the clients that were already on from the last enroll. So yeah, I need to get those programmed and ready to go for another week. And like I say, just spoke to Carly, so I think we're actually going to go and meet Bobby later as well. So super excited for that.
That's no good.
Right, so programming's going pretty well. I wanted to just check back in on my next point when it comes to the open. So first of all, we've established, do not stress about it. It's not worth it in the grand scheme of things unless you have aspirations to become an athlete full-time, right? That's the only time it really matters. And even now, you know, even in that level, most of the top level athletes are not really even focusing on the open because it's so vast, and the chances of actually coming first, which is what you have to become to actually get to the games, have just been narrowed massively. So first of all, we're not athletes. Second of all, pick the right class, right? You want to make sure that it's the most effective for you. It's not weak if you don't do RX. What's actually weak is if you try and do RX and you hurt yourself by trying to do something that you can't. Don't get me wrong, I'm all for the people getting their first muscle ups or their first double unders and stuff like that. I always say if you're close or you're doing them but they're not consistent, then crack on with RX. But if there's something that you are so far from, yes, adrenaline might help you get there sometimes, but then I also look at it and go, but the risk doesn't necessarily outweigh the reward sometimes with that kind of stuff, especially when it's something like a muscle up. The amount of issues that I've had with my body and continue to have because I'm a bro. Learn from my mistakes, people. So, once those two are aside, you've got your basic foundations, right? So now you've got 3 or 4 weeks, right? Realistically, you're not going to gain a ton of strength in that period of time, right? You're not going to get your snatch from 60 kilos to 90 kilos. Your clean is not going to go up by 30, 40 kilos or whatever, right? So the main focus when it comes into this period of time over the last month or so and moving forward over the next few weeks before the open is that engine. It's conditioning. It's hitting AMRAPs. It's hitting high-level EMOMs. So for instance, when I say high-level EMOMs, if you're somebody who normally does an EMOM of, say, you're doing 10 calories per minute, right, on a bike or a rower, and you might do something else alongside it, or you might just do that. Now you want to be pushing it a little bit more and aiming for 12s or 14s, or just, you know, really hitting on that top end level of engine ability, which that sounds so stupid, but you know what I mean. You've really got to start testing your limits. And what I would personally suggest, pick a couple of the open workouts that haven't been repeated before that you can give a little bit of a tester because they might well come back. You know, there's normally one that normally comes back. Or look at the stimulation. There's always going to be, like I said earlier, there's going to be a sprint. There's always going to be a heavy workout. If strength isn't your strength, which isn't mine, don't focus on it too much. Just do, it's damage limitation. Do the best that you can possibly do. And there's always going to be like a skill element. If you've got some weak skills, this is your time to work on those, hone them. If you can't effectively handstand, kip in, push up or something like that, work on them over the next few weeks. Otherwise, just keep pushing that top end level because that's the main definable difference that I think I find in the open, especially over the last year or so where I haven't competed that much. I've only just got into the competition floor world where I go out there and throw down and I'm like, oh my God, I pushed myself. Most people haven't pushed themselves that hard before, and then they go and hit the open and it hits them like boom, right in the face, and like, oh my God, I cannot breathe. That's what you want to be testing for as much as you possibly can. And then when it comes down to it, there's going to be a lot of adrenaline, there's going to be a lot of hype and that kind of stuff, which is amazing. But I would suggest with the open workouts, limit the amount of caffeine that you have, right? Try not to have heavily caffeinated pre-workouts or anything like that. Try and have like a non-stim based pre-workout, which will give you that little bit of a tingle and get you going. But it's not something that's going to essentially take your breath away. Because what I find with all of the angst and everything and the hype that's going on with it, I then turn around and have a coffee as well. And I feel like, oh my God, and I can't settle, and it makes me feel even more anxious. So while I carry on and get my programming finished, that's another tip. Hopefully that helps as well. And like I always say, if you've got any tips that you can help me with, because I'm still a novice, help each other with, the conversation always goes on in the comments down below. So let us know. Now, back to programming. Just had a lovely gift come through from the guys over at RX Bar. When I say gift, hashtag not sponsored, hashtag not ad, hashtag gifted, hashtag make sure that I'm saying all the right things because all the new ASA laws have been changed. I was gifted these, so just so you know, I'm not trying to sell them to you. It was a gift. I wasn't paid. But yeah, hashtag ASA for life. Carly, what are we doing?
Going for a walk.
Just do that again? Yeah.
Going for a walk, going for a walk.
Gotta get them clicks in. So basically, what I'm about to do is title this video, Carly's boobs and bums out. Wow, boob wobble. So we're gonna go for a walk as almost a family.
Don't use me to to try and make your content more exciting.
I am just, it's all just working for me right now. This is the modern day mum angles. Look at this. Oh yeah. Wow.
While I put my breast pump
You're
together.
gyrating as you put your breast pump together.
Gotta
Wow.
get it where you can.
Wow. And true Carly style.
Not even really sure how.
Have a nice day.
Have I leaked through it? That's kind of where we're at the moment.
You think she's joking. Yeah, welcome to parenthood. Right, we're going to go for a walk, but I'm not going to take this because I just look like a biggest weirdo walking around Whitlingham with a huge camera. I've just done a Q&A.
Oh crap, I think my phone's dead.
Right, it's time. We've packed up this little one and we're going to go and meet John and Rosie's little baba. See, Jay Shizzle. I've basically just been telling everyone how excited we are to come around and see little one.
She
But
She is little.
I'm not going to show little one. That's down to you.
Okay, I don't mind if she's on this.
But how are you doing?
Yeah, good. Like buzzing. Like Rose was mega. Like through labour and everything. Like they were shocked at kind of how fast she moved along.
Yeah,
Especially for the first.
rapid.
Yeah, I kind of knew she would though, because she's so kind of zen. Last night was interesting because we had an hour's sleep while we were at the hospital over 2 days, and getting back last night. Like I woke up this morning and was like, I'll get that washing out. I hadn't even put washing powder in there, I put dishwasher tablets in it. So last night, I think we were both just zombies, so it was just kind of just taking turns. But it'll take a few weeks to iron that out. But I think you come into it from 2 days of no sleep, so it's that little bit harder, but it'll be fine. I think I don't want to get into that whole kind of thing of you know how everyone straight away. So I think I'm gonna be. I'm not gonna say that it's not, but I'm just come back to me in a few days. But I'm just gonna try and keep my mindset out of that and just expect it. If you know what I mean. But absolutely over the moon. Over the moon.
So little baby Bobby is back on the breast right now, so I'm not going to show you her, but she is absolutely perfect and beautiful. Well done, guys. Amazing. I'm not going to turn the camera too much. Rose hates being on camera anyway, let alone when she's got her breasts out. So we're now going to leave these guys to it, and we've actually just put this photo on Instagram. It's absolutely hilarious. Didn't realise how big Jax has got now. Yeah, I really shouldn't have put her on steroids so young. It's a mistake. But I'm going to leave the vlog there anyway. Thank you so much for watching. Keep being awesome. JC, one more time, congratulations, brother. Welcome to the family. The Lean Machines family is now complete. I haven't got to buy a shotgun to get rid of John's boy for trying it on with my little girl later on in life. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. If you loved it, drop a comment and like below. See you in the next one.